I took English 220C, which was an introduction to Shakespeare class using computers and digital media. And one project that we did was we took a speech or a soliloquy or monologue from one of the plays that we had read, and I did a Midsummer Night's Dream, and we had to take it and make an iMovie project using images or movie, editing them together to interpret the speech and give what we thought, why the speech was important, what it did for the play. And one really excellent thing about that was that if you're just writing a paper or if you're just reading the speech, it's hard to really connect with it because it's not a modern piece of literature. So by using modern media, modern technology, we were able to actually put ourselves into the idea, into the play, and it was a lot easier to see what was actually going on by breaking it down, by spending more time with it rather than just writing a paper.
I took, I think it was called Digital Media and English Studies, and I had to do a short documentary film. It was, I think, around 8 minutes. And I did mine actually on campus anti-war activism. And really the difference between doing a film and writing a paper is that when you think about how much of our lives is really surrounded by digital media, it's so much different to go out there and get behind the scenes and do a piece yourself. So it's you run through all of your errors and mistakes, and correcting and editing is so much different than getting on a computer and writing a paper. So just the whole process was so much different than turning in a final essay.
The project that I undertook was one in which I kind of explored the creation of personal identity through fashion and the process through which people kind of design their own identity in that sense. And I think really thinking digitally, I think the biggest difference for me was kind of thinking in different rhetorical contexts. Since we're used to, in quote-unquote traditional English classes, when you compose an argument and you come up with a thesis statement and you find things to back up your statement and you just lay it out in the old-fashioned form, so to speak. Thinking about ways in which you can present that same argument digitally, it was obviously a new experience, I think, for me and for everyone else.
I took a class with Scott DeWitt called The Documentary and Digital Spaces, where we were challenged to create a documentary and present it to the class using a lot of different technology available to us. We were pretty much given full range of the entire media lab. We could use video and media, like print media. We could incorporate imagery. We could use all sorts of different programs. Also voice with voice recorders. And I think the most positive aspect of that was we could be way more self-reflective than, say, if we had to give a book report or an analysis. And I found in the classroom that not only myself but the rest of my classmates got really excited. They were interested in.
In any multimodal projects, you have to consider not only the medium you're using, but also to include all of that information that went into research, that went into asking questions, that went into listening to people and sort of following up on questions, because you have to be ready to do all of those things, whereas in a paper, you're given a topic, you're given a conclusion, and you just have to get from point A to point B.
And it helps me engage more in what I'm putting down, in what I'm writing, because not only am I thinking about it, but I'm actually visually seeing what I'm doing and I'm putting it together, and I can make stronger connections.
I think that our jobs as writers is really to, I guess, collect and project the human condition. So to be able to be given the opportunity to collect and project that image with more images or film or through pictures and digital media itself, I think that it enhances our ability to do so much more. So, I don't think that digital media should necessarily replace the traditional paper, but if you add that to our training through university classes, I think that it just makes us that much better at doing our job.